Good evening, Drew.
Man.
One of those days.
One of those weeks, brother. It has been
Yeah.
tough right now.
Hmm.
I don't know if I ever explained that this part of the year is pretty tough for where I
Okay.
work, just because there's just a whole bunch of changes, and
Hmm.
we're just adopting to working with new people and just work stuff. It's
Work
not bad.
stuff.
It's not bad. It's
Yeah.
not great. It's just work.
It's,
How about
it's
you?
work. Uh, I'm tired. I'm tired this week.
Yeah.
This week's been stressful too. Work stuff. Work.
Okay.
Yeah. Work is work. Work is work.
Work is work.
How's the ankle?
I not where it needs to. Well, not where it needs to be in recovery. Like, my ankle is still attached to like my body. So when I say my ankle's not where it needs to be, like it is. Yeah, anatomy joke. That's what you're all here for. So when I heard it, and then I went to the hospital and I had it X-rayed, and they told me that it wasn't broken, and just like to basically wrap it, and they gave me like they gave me ibuprofen without giving me ibuprofen.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, go, just go away. Um, the medicine they gave me helped. I don't know if it's placebo effect or not, but it helped, and it was doing okay. And then when I was traveling for work last week, I couldn't keep my ankle wrapped the whole time. There was a lot of being places and walking places and wearing dress clothes and dress shoes, and I can't put my dress shoes on with a whole bunch of ace bandages on.
Yeah.
So
that tracks. Mhm.
yeah, so like I just didn't do it. And I didn't work out all last week, so I did my best to just rest on it and not do anything, and I it probably isn't healing the way it should be healing. And then this week I started to go back to the gym.
Okay.
And I'm extremely fortunate that the coaches at the gym I go to are all very, very smart. They've all done a lot of rigorous training on correct movement. There's a lot of people that are coaches that have some sort of either physical therapy or nutrition or just general background of knowing how the human body works.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm in class, they like the coaches are just really good. Like they all talk, they all keep notes, they all share how people are doing in class, and like they all know that I messed up my ankle, and they'll come up to me and say, "Hey, we're supposed to do this particular movement, like jumping on top of a box. Like that's probably not for you today.
Right.
Here's what I want you to do instead."
Yeah. A very strict no jumping policy, right?
Yeah,
Now.
and working on ankle stability so that I still get to move it around and everything. And when I went to the gym this past Monday, it legitimately felt good to move. Like my ankle was tender when I started, but once I got moving, it didn't hurt so bad, and like it didn't hurt that much at night, and I was able to like, just it felt good to move again. And I worked out Tuesday, and then Wednesday, which was yesterday, we were going to be doing some Olympic weightlifting in class, and the coach came up to me before class and said, are you gonna do some squat cleans today? And I said, I'm gonna try. And it was the first real time I had squatted with weight since I hurt my ankle, and it just didn't go well. I felt like I was really limited in my movement, and it just bums me out. And it's been hurting, and I don't really know if when it's gonna finish healing. And it just kind of sucks to be walking around still. I mean, I'm walking around fine. I can go up and down steps. I can put weight on it and everything, but at night I can feel it hurt. I was on my feet a lot today because I was doing a lot of presenting, and even though I have carpet in my office, like underneath the floor is concrete, and it just felt to be on my feet all day. Because when I present, I need to be standing. I cannot do a presentation sitting down. I like to move around. Like I won't be on webcam, but I will be talking and presenting and sort of pacing. It's just what I do. So yeah, it's in a better place than it was, but it's still not 100%. It kind of bumps me out a little bit.
Well, at least it's getting better. But
it is getting better. I cannot deny that it is getting better. Yes. All right, man. I'm I'm really curious about this next one because I feel like you are on you're is this the third kitchen appliance you've now had to buy since we've been doing this podcast? Because you
Uh,
did the fridge.
did the fridge?
Did you do a did you do a
No, no,
microwave or
no,
a
no. Everything else in the house is still original from when we purchased the house. Uh, Drew, as you know, uh, I'm the primary meal preparer for the family. I cook dinner. I cook dinner. Uh, and a lot of times, cooking that dinner requires taking the temperature that the food starts at and increasing it in various ways.
Yes.
To prepare the food.
Mostly for safety, I
More,
think.
yeah, some for safety, for vegetables. Sometimes, a nice crispy green bean is real nice.
It's good.
Some baked green beans. Well, uh, half of my oven decided it was gonna stop working, and it's the part the large open area that makes heat.
Okay.
The
Can I
stove
be
top is
pedantic?
fine. The range, yeah, yes,
Okay.
please. Yep,
Okay.
stove, whatever. Yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, the stove top or the range top is fine, you say,
Yes. That
but
still makes fire. Uh,
right, because it's gas, right?
I have a gas stove, yes,
Yeah,
which
good for you.
apparently has been slowly killing my family for decades. But
Yeah,
that's
well,
okay.
so does a lot of other things, but we don't want to ban
Yeah.
that. Okay. So is it also like a gas convection oven or is it electric?
It's gas. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gas. It's
Okay.
gas. It no longer it no longer makes fire.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
So tell me what happened. Is it just not lighting or
Yeah, I you can hear it like it's what my I mean, I don't know anything about anything, but my guess is there is some sort of sensor that detects whether or not a flame has been created. And if not, it turns off the gas because you can turn it on. You hear a split second of like tss, as the gas starts, and then it just click. And
interesting?
if you leave the, I learned this because I turned the oven on, uh, and not as I've done 100 times before, hundreds of times before, and then it blinks an error code. Apparently, if it doesn't reach,
Oh.
if it doesn't get to 150 in 5 minutes, it displays an error code. And I was like, F9? What does F9 mean? And then I opened up the oven. I'm like, oh, F9, of course.
Hmm.
And the basic the basic troubleshooting is try it again. And if that doesn't work, turn it off, turn it on, and try it again. Uh, and it's still off. So uh, and here's the thing, Drew. Here's the thing. So if you remember way back, with my fridge issue,
Hmm.
I had a hard time finding the combination of people that would repair an LG fridge and come to my house.
Right.
Those two circles in the Venn diagram
Do you
didn't
need to use
touch.
my truck? Do we need to take your stove in my truck?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So I started looking again, and I'm like, oh, it's all the same names I called before.
Okay.
Oh shit! So I think I just need a new. I think I'm just gonna buy a new oven. I'm just gonna arrange whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm gonna buy a new magic box that makes food hot. Uh,
Yeah.
but I don't. But apparently there's smart ovens now. That's a thing. I mean, of course there is. Uh, uh
Okay,
so I just
so
yeah.
here's the real bitch of it, man. If
Hmm.
it probably is some dinky little
Uh,
$5 sensor, right?
probably. Yeah.
Buried somewhere in your oven,
Hmm.
probably next to like a bunch of hoses that if you disconnect them or reconnect them wrong will kill you.
Yeah.
I'm sure that if you could find somebody that would actually be willing to come out
It-
to repair it, it probably wouldn't be a big deal. Okay.
but also just so like a lot of appliances these days, it's got like all the buttons are like those membrane buttons, right? Like
Ugh.
and I've had issues with those in the past where like it's like I've got one button in particular that like every fourth time I just have to push really, really, really hard.
Yeah.
And I just like I know that like I've been looking a little bit like everything has got those freaking buttons, but like I don't want to. I want to. I want to do whatever I need to do that gets a new hot box in my oven, in my kitchen as quickly as possible.
All right. Well,
So
let's talk about it. I'm
mm-hmm.
assuming you've done some research.
Just a little, just a little bit. Again, work week, very busy. Uh, I started browsing some yesterday while I was waiting for my daughter's choir concert. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So
Mhm. Mhm.
let's just okay.
Okay.
We like to help each other. So
Mhm.
let's just sit
Mhm.
here and let's
Mhm.
close our eyes and let's go into our
Okay.
mind palace and we think
Mhm.
about what is
Mhm.
it we really want out of a hot box that makes food hot.
uh well, I would like it to not look like so I want a gas stove. It's got to fit in the space.
Okay.
Obviously, it's
Gas
I have
stove. Got it. Okay.
it's got to be 30 inches, right?
30
That's the size.
inches.
Uh,
What's that in
I
meters? Okay, sorry.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
know. I don't know. It's got to have hot parts on the top and a big open spot with makes more hot, and I don't want it to look ugly.
Huh.
I don't want it to
Well,
look. I
Paul,
don't want it to be
Paul,
ugly.
Paul,
Yeah.
you and I have worked in IT long enough that
Mhm.
you described a triangle, and I think you can have two sides of that.
But I don't want it to. So yeah, I mean, okay. So you can go. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find this. Uh, so there's this. Okay, these. Okay, there's this company called Cafe. I don't know if you heard of them.
Cafe. No.
Cafe. Uh, and hold on. God damn, I just want to look. I don't want to enter my goddamn zip code. Sorry.
It looks like Home
Uh,
Depot sells them.
yeah. Uh,
Oh, dear Lord.
uh-huh. Yeah. They are very nice looking, but uh, they're generally in like the $4,000 range.
I'm looking at
I,
two.
yeah.
One is a little less than that number. One is a lot more than that
Okay.
number.
Okay. Yeah. That's an app. Yeah. They go up to very expensive, and especially like. And here's the thing, like it's like Porsche, the one you're looking at on the screen. If you want any customization in color,
I I can't tell you
that'll
how
cost you.
proud I am of you that you understand just how apt of a description that is. I didn't know that you understand. Okay, you're a
Oh,
car guy. Yeah.
okay. No. You know how I know that.
What?
Listening to John Syracuse to talk about it on the
Okay.
XL
All right. Fair. Okay.
podcast. Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I will
Mm-hmm.
give you
Mm-hmm.
that I'm looking at these things, and you're right. They do look really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the one I'm
Yes.
looking at is literally what you described as a 30-inch
Mm-hmm.
smart
Smart.
slide-in gas range with stainless steel, true
Mm-hmm.
convection with an air fry function.
Yeah. See, that's another thing. Like they
Six
do
six
shit.
burners, by the way, of
Mm-hmm.
varying sizes. Ooh,
Yes.
buddy,
Mm-hmm.
you gonna treat yourself?
I don't know. They are so. I mean, it would be.
It's very highly reviewed on the Home Depot
Yeah,
website, by the way.
let's just say that telling my wife that I want to buy a $4,000 to $5,000 uh you know range would be what they call a tough sell. Uh,
Yeah. Now, interestingly enough, I'm
mhm.
looking at the little breadcrumb trail here on the Home Depot website. And like most consumer goods websites, they categorize their products.
Mhm.
For the Cafe 30-inch, 5.6 cubic feet smart sliding gas range stainless steel with true convection air fry, what section of their product catalog do you think it's in?
Ooh. Is it under smart
You
range?
are 100% correct. So it is
Okay, yes.
smart
Yes.
home, smart appliances, smart ranges.
Yeah. So like these cafe, I don't know if you start looking at the features, but they have built-in like thermometers. So like they comes with it and it's all hooked up. They have an app. Of course they have an
Of
app.
course, they have an app.
So, you can connect to your your range via Bluetooth and start the preheat or get notified when your steaks are done cooking. Uh but yeah, they're smart. They're smart. They're smart. Hold on, let me get a yeah. So I mean,
Well, okay, so just okay, we're
mhm,
we're devil's advocating here. Okay, so I'm assuming you're sort of done with LG because this is now the second LG product that is broken on
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay,
LG's right out. Fuck them.
LG's
Fuck
right out
them.
now.
Fuck them. Yep.
I will say
Hmm.
that there was a period in my life where I went for the stylish Samsung LG kind of look.
Hmm.
I also learned the hard way that they are not the best appliances. I will say that there is a comparable, not exact, but comparable
Hmm.
GE profile model that is almost exactly the same. And
Okay.
I would hazard a guess to say that from like if you squint your eyes just enough, you see your
Is it
cafe.
is it is it close? Okay, you got to send me this sucker.
Okay,
Is it what? Yeah.
it's
Okay.
in the notes.
Hold on. Okay, I gotta open the notes.
I think
Okay.
that's a little more
Oh
palatable
yeah.
price
Yeah.
wise.
Okay. Okay. So I was yes. This is exactly that when I was looking at the I was waiting for the choir concert. This is exactly the kind of thing I was looking at. Yes. Now the downside with this particular stove is the delivery date, which is
Yes.
April. But then again, I could always look to see if there's something else. But I do like this kind of like stove where it doesn't have the little forehead. Because
Yeah,
a lot of stoves have the forehead.
this product
Yeah.
is currently back ordered.
Yes, yes. And I also do like the idea of not having oven controls being above the places where fire comes out of.
So that is the
Mhm.
lifestyle we are currently in, and I
Mhm.
like it very much.
Yeah, okay. I think I do want to go this route. Yes, this
Yeah.
yeah, that
I didn't even
the
know
more
that smart ranges was a class of
yeah, yeah.
products.
Everything's got to be smart now, Drew. Everything's got to be smart.
Now
Even this yeah.
Whirlpool
Mhm.
again, probably similar, higher. I don't know that brand. That appears to like when I'm doing my filters for gas smart ranges, this is all they seem that they have.
Mhm. Now, technically, I really wouldn't need smart. They have non-smart. Uh,
They don't look as nice.
well, no, they do
They
have
do.
some. I
Okay.
think.
Well,
Hold
let's
on.
look. Gas range.
Hold on. Maybe the one that I did find was smart. Okay, hold
Single
on.
oven gas ranges. Let's see here. Slide in. I think slide in is what makes it. Oh no, that's not true. Slide. It looks like there's some that are also there.
Okay, hold on. That's a Samsung. There was a GE one that I saw.
So here's one. Here's another GE one that's like maybe a step down from that one we just looked at. That's deliverable by March 21st.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
wondering if you could. Yeah, I mean, it would just be.
I mean, so if I find one that I like, I could see if someone else has it sooner or buy it
Right.
directly from like GE because that's what I did with my fridge. Is like the fridge that I end up buying, like Home Depot was
I
like,
remember.
we'll get it to you in 2 months, but Samsung's like, how about like 2 days? I was like,
Right.
haha, you win. So I can
Boy,
look
a
around, but
lot of these are back ordered. Is everybody
that
buying stoves?
or guess yeah, or I don't know, maybe did a ship sink in the ocean that was full of stoves that I didn't hear about?
Yeah,
Like
well, yeah, the same boat that fucking had the Ray Bans on them. Like,
oh, our sunglasses and stoves are in the bottom of the ocean. Yeah.
oh, who needs a stove at the bottom of the sea? All right, so
Yeah, yeah,
oh, buddy,
yeah.
I've got to say though, some of these stoves can fucking get it. Some of
I,
these
I,
do look pretty nice.
yeah, there are some nice looking stoves. I would have to
Ours,
admit. Yeah,
ours, ours looks like it's got a little bit of mileage on it, but it does have this general layout.
yeah, yeah. So like here's one on the Home Depot webpage. Wait, no. Okay, it is a Samsung, but it has that same general kind of look, and it's not smart. Hold on, I gotta find the tab with the docs. So hold on. Nope. I gotta hit enter and then paste. That's how
There you go,
computers
bud.
work. There, yeah, there you go. So yeah, I do like. I mean, I would. I think I kind of wanted to have an air fryer, and I think I kind of want it to not have a forehead. So I think that's where I'm at right now. But and also, but I more importantly, I want it to be delivered sooner than later. So I know what I might actually do. I may actually go tomorrow after work. I actually may go to a store and look
All right.
at some of these in person.
So if you go to the store and for
Mm-hmm.
some miracle that they have one, you call me up, we get my truck, we load it up, and we get it to your house.
Okay.
And I'll haul your old stove away and probably just dump it on 270.
Oh, yeah. So that's my story about. Yeah, yeah. I need. Yeah, yeah. So apparently we bought all of our appliances in 2017.
When you
We
built the
lost.
house, right?
Yeah. We've lost half of them so far. So it's like, okay, like when is the dishwasher and microwave gonna go? Because we
I
literally
mean,
bought them like the same day, all the
yeah,
same brand. So
we had an LG fridge that had the canonical ice maker break, and then the water pump broke and leaked all over our floor.
ooh, neat. Yeah.
And then we did end up getting a new dishwasher that held up. Our microwave was fine. Our electric stove at the old house was fine. We had the pair of the front loader washer dryer. The washer went out. We still have the dryer. It's still kicking. And I just went back to a regular cheap ass top load washer. I mean, look, here's the thing though, man. Appliances are a weird category of things to buy because there's like appliances for everybody, and then there's
Mm-hmm.
appliances for people who really know appliances. And I feel like
Okay.
you're probably in the latter category, not just because, we like nice things and we like tech, but like you said it yourself. You are the primary person who will be using this thing. So I feel like you have a say, right? Like it should.
I think it's gonna be my choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas the fridge, everybody's going in and out of the fridge all day, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm
So
not. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to consult my daughter when I buy my stove. I'm going to be
yeah.
like, "This is the one I want." Wow. Every one that I've looked at on Home Depot that I kind of like is back ordered to April.
Man, I mean, everybody must be getting
Uh,
huge tax refunds and buying stoves,
my,
I guess.
I guess.
But like nice
Oh,
appliances, by the way, like not only like are
I wonder.
nice because I'm sure that they function really well, but like they can really add a lot of value and style to a
I,
kitchen.
okay. I also wonder. Okay. I just want to. Okay. I'm going to switch to look at electric. I wonder if this is like people aren't buying gas stoves anymore because the government told them that they shouldn't.
Oh, so there's a rush on them.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Or like I wonder why if I look at something that has a similar look in electric delivery March 6th. Oh, that could be it, Drew. That could be it. I
I
wonder.
I don't think you give in, buddy.
I don't want an electric stove.
I know.
I don't. And I could go like convection, but like I like I've literally used a gas stove all of my life. It's what I know. It's what I'm comfortable with. It's what I like.
I don't
I
use the
don't.
stove unless I'm boiling water or cooking eggs.
Okay.
So, I mean, my wife is the one who does all that here. But I grew up with a gas stove. In fact, I grew up with a gas stove that had a lighter, like an igniter for the range top.
Oh yeah.
But
Okay.
but, but like my parents would put matches in the stove to light. And I
Yeah.
don't know if
Old
it's
school.
I don't know if it was broken or that's just how they worked back then.
Yeah. That is how they used to work. Is they didn't have an
Yeah.
electric start.
And like our grill
Uh.
in our backyard growing up, like it actually had a natural gas line to it, and my dad used to have to light it with a match. It was really super old school. I mean, you could buy striker fired shit back then, but
Yeah.
everything's yeah. I really like the look of these GEs and these Frigidairs.
Yeah. I'm on their website now, looking to see if I can find anything that delivers quicker directly from them.
Now,
I do like the lack of forehead. Okay, let's look. Let's oh there we go. Well, that's not horrible. So
what?
they have there's a 30-inch smart slide and front control gas. This is a gas double, so it's got two different boxes to make
Well,
hot.
be careful with
Uh,
that, buddy,
but
because
delivery Tuesday, March 5th.
that makes the things you can fit in both of them smaller.
True. Okay, yeah, here. Okay, but here. Okay, this is March 22nd, which is still better than before. Another one. It's a smart slide-in front control gas range, no preheat air fry. I don't know. Yeah. So, but even then, some of the other ones, like the one that we saw on Home Depot, is April 12th delivery. Oh,
So what? Okay, so follow that thread for a second. So let's say you say, you know what, Jennifer and daughter, I'm gonna buy this thing, and it's not gonna show up for about 3 weeks. Are you guys just gonna have stir fry for like 3 straight weeks, or like what are you gonna do?
so I'll tell you what happened today.
Okay,
So I had some green beans in the oven, and usually like what I'll do is I'll put a little oil, some salt, put that in the oven, bake those suckers up, and then they come out real good. Yum. I was like, you know what? I have like this air fryer sitting right beside the oven. It's got a bake function. Let's see how that goes. So I'm like, you know what? I probably should have cooked them at 450. Like I'll do 400. I'll do less time. Because like I'm thinking like that, how bad could it be? It's also a box that makes hot. It should be relatively the same.
mm-hmm.
Well, so I cook them 50 degrees lower than I usually did. And
Soggy.
I opened them up like halfway through, and they were turning into charcoal.
Oh, you had
So,
mummified green beans.
so I burned them up real good.
Okay, interesting.
So I could try to continue to work on that, but yeah, we're gonna have to adjust. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah.
So, how many days a week do you use your oven? Every day?
Not every day, because I am lazy and sometimes I just want to order in or get a pizza or something, but I would say probably 5 days a week
Okay,
on average. Sometimes more, sometimes, yeah. 5 or 6. Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that, ordering food aside, do you think you could get away being like a stovetop chef for 3 weeks?
I may have to. I may
Okay.
not have a choice. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I can adjust some things that I normally would put in the oven, and I could, like cook more things on the stovetop. So I think it will be fine, but I would like to have it sooner. But then again, maybe I just lean in and say like, no, I'm not going to compromise. I'm going to get what I want, and it's going to take however
Attaboy.
long it takes.
Attaboy.
And if that's 6 weeks, that's 6 weeks.
That's right.
Okay, I do want to get to our last topic.
Oh, don't worry.
Because I'm very excited about that.
Yeah,
but
me too.
I do want to take give you a quick update from the CO2 cult.
Okay.
I-
And I
I-
found somebody else who's in your cult, by the way.
Okay, great. I have 2 updates.
Okay.
The first, I did my first CO2 canister exchange via the CO2 Refill Club.
Okay.
it
Sounds like a lame drug deal, but go ahead.
It was flawless. Like as soon as the post office scanned the package of my old canisters, Ninja sent me an email and said, "Hey, we already charged your credit card $40. Your next 2 are going to be ready to ship." And they came in a couple of days. It was great. And on the thirsty quencher side, I have taken some more surveys. I have not been given any sample flavors,
You sucker. You
but-
fucking sucker.
but today, Drew, they sent me a $5 Amazon gift card to say thanks. We appreciate you.
$5 whole, huh?
$5 whole. I redeemed that fucker, but yeah, $5
How many fractions of a new flavor pod did that get you?
It's about halfway there. Halfway. Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah. Which I ordered a bunch more. So give me here. Thank you for your participation in the Thirsty Quenchers community in February. $5 Amazon gift card. So
Also, you got it. They're going to hit you up
mhm.
again in March, huh?
Probably, yeah. I mean, but keep taking those surveys, baby. They're what the last one I did appreciate very much because it was it was like, so we're gonna introduce this like botanicals, and I answer a question about the flavors, and they're like, "What do you think about these packages, like the logos and stuff?" And I'm sitting there looking at all of them, like, I like how the word's spelled out here, but I like the font in this one a little bit better. And
You have done a lot of CSS development.
yeah, so I did
Oh, I
give them
love
my
the
opinion.
kerning on this font.
Yeah, so $5 whole dollars. So I mean, I keep doing that, it's gonna practically pay for
Yeah, how could you
itself
afford not
never.
to? Yeah, it turns out that I have somebody in my family that also has one of these. Not
Well,
going to
good
say
for
who.
them. Okay, nameless, but good for them. I love it. I love it. It's great. Oh.
Okay, so you did your first CO2 exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to give us an update on where you're at with your flavors?
I've been trying the mango. It's good, and my go-to is still a mix of lemon and lime. It's classic. It's classic. Cannot beat it. So yeah, that's, and my wife just bought like a metric crap ton of flavors, so I won't drink hers because they're too sweet.
Mm.
But yeah, it's good, man. I love the bubbles. I went into the office one day this week, and
Ooh. What day, by the way?
Tuesday.
Okay.
Tuesday. Uh and the thing I missed the most about being at home was my thirsty, because I the 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 bubbly drinks they had there just weren't bubbly enough. So
Mm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
All
Drew.
right. It's time.
I can't wait any longer. The
Okay.
floor is yours.
All right.
I'm so ready.
All right. So a while back, Paul has started drinking coffee again. You wouldn't know it because he's drinking carbonated drinks all the time.
I
But
drink both.
Paul got into coffee again, rediscovered coffee, and you bought a lot of stuff. You bought an espresso machine, a grinder. What's some other stuff that you bought?
Oh, let's see, the grinder, new kettle, obviously the espresso machine. I bought various many accoutrements for making coffee, like V60, what's the Hario Wave, clever dripper, all kinds of other things. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. And you have your ritual.
Mm-hmm.
You like to do that stuff, and
I do.
and frankly, I mean, I like coffee as well. And I admire your art. I really do. I wish that I had the patience and the time in the morning to do that. Because I'm sure that the coffee you make, plus the beans you select, and all the things that you do are just top quality, top notch.
I try.
My coffee drink of choice is an Americano, which is an espresso based drink.
It's watered down espresso. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I get a lot of shots in mine. Like, I get a lot of shots in mine.
Okay.
So I would say it's more like half water, half espresso in an 8-ounce cup. So it's pretty potent, powerful stuff. Now, as you were talking through, your voyage, your discovery, and the things that you bought, I made the decision that I wanted to buy an espresso machine. And frequent listeners of the podcast will know that a while back, I put a deposit on a automatic espresso machine made by a company called TerraCaf, and it's called the TKO2. This is their sophomore album. They have a TKO1. There'll be a link in the show notes to the TKO2. But this is what they're calling a super automatic espresso machine, which I don't know the difference between an automatic and a super automatic espresso machine.
What we in the coffee community like to call these are bean to cup machines.
Bean to cup. Okay.
Bean to cup.
Okay. So what I had to do, right? It has been a little bit of a time since I ordered this thing to when I actually got it. It showed up yesterday. And I think I had ordered this machine back in the summer of last year. I don't know exactly when. I'd have to go back through my email and find it. And I meant to do that before the show. But I had basically done a glorified Kickstarter for these guys where you put a deposit down. They were going to start manufacturing these machines, and you were going to get it when it was completed. A friend of the show, Eric Darling, also ordered one. Apparently, he had ordered before me. He's had his for a few weeks now. I got notified on Monday that my machine was preparing to ship, and as of Tuesday, it had shipped and it showed up Wednesday. It is Thursday today.
Okay.
I got the machine, and I want to talk about it because
I would love to hear.
Yep. So for those of you that aren't able to pull up the website link in the show notes, what this thing is it is bean to cup, as Paul said. There is a space in this machine where you put coffee beans, and it has a touchscreen interface that you basically say, here is the type of drink that I want. And you put a cup under the little place where the coffee comes out, and it does it. It's, if you've ever spent time at a car service dealership or an airport lounge or an office that has a coffee maker, it's very similar to some of those machines with some critical difference here. First of all, this thing looks like a really nice piece of industrial design. It is
does
very,
look very pretty.
Yeah. It is very boxy. It is very well laid out. It's a very clean interface, and it essentially has, there's really no other way to say this, basically an iPhone screen built into it that is scrollable and touchscreen for choosing which, what drink you want, if you want to do any settings, if you want to adjust anything, if you want to check the stats of the machine, like it's all through there. It also has an app, and in the app, it basically gives you the same layout that is on your coffee machine or your espresso machine. So if you want to wake the machine up or start a brew that you're not near it, you can do that. You can adjust the order of things on there. You can even make your own custom drinks, and I'll talk a little bit more about that here in a minute. It comes with several attachments. The one being a detachable, like, little milk frother machine. You can pour some milk into this little container. You keep that in your fridge. If you are the kind of person who enjoys, like a cappuccino or something, or a steamed milk or a latte, you can basically take the milk out of the fridge. There's a little hose that plugs into the machine. You plug that into it, and that becomes part of the brewing process. In terms of maintenance and cleaning, it's pretty clever. So if you're looking at the machine, if you're on the website right now and you're looking at sort of the first picture that shows the machine, you'll notice that there are like panels on the front of the machine.
Yes.
So like there's the touch screen panel, and there is a panel like box below that. That is where the waste bucket is. So as it brews and spits out the spent coffee grounds, it goes into basically a little plastic bucket that is behind a door. On the immediate right of that is a taller panel. That's where the water container is, and that opens, and you pull out the water bucket, you fill that up, and you put it back. Each one of those things has a sensor. The machine basically tells you, like, hey, you need to clean or empty the waste tray, or you're low on water. There's also a detachable drip tray, because the machine has like an automatic cycle where every time you wake it up, it's sort of like heats up, and then it shoots a bunch of steam out to sort of clean anything that might have been left in there, and that all sorts gets collected in the drip tray, and then it'll like shoot some water through it to sort of like clean it, make sure you're not getting any residue or anything, and it does the same thing when it goes back to sleep as well. I got it, and I unpacked it. It came very well packaged. I took it out. It had a really simple to follow setup procedure. There was a little process of like, basically assembling the machine in the order it wanted you to assemble it by plugging different things in and filling up the water and soaking the water, because like the water bucket has a built-in water filter. So like you had to go through that and do all that. And then you had to like download the app, create a sign in, because of course you have to have an account. and then you basically scanned a QR code, which like added this machine to my account, and it's on my Wi-Fi. So like I could like brew coffee from anywhere if I wanted to, right? It
Okay.
has a pretty on the top of the machine is like the bean hopper, and when I say on the top, I mean the door. There's nothing on the machine. Like it's not like there's an extra hopper at the top. It's all built into it, and it has a space for adding beans that get ground when you want something. But there's also a smaller hopper built into the top to where if you want to pre-grind your own coffee,
Okay.
it basically comes with a little scooper that you can scoop into that, and you can tell it to use the either the pre-ground or the whatever you have in the bean place to use it.
Okay. Okay.
Um, the machine comes in two colors. It comes in black and white. I got white, and I'll actually send you a picture if you want to use this as show art. You can. I got the white one because
I think the white one looks better.
it does look better, but it does have a critical flaw.
It shows it all. It shows coffee.
It shows coffee. So
Yeah,
as
yeah.
it's
I have a
heating
white
up,
espresso machine, so I
yep,
spend a lot of time cleaning my espresso
yeah. So I like to keep a little towel near mine. So like that's where I put it in my kitchen, and like I have white cabinets and white
Yeah,
walls
it
there.
fits in. It looks nice.
It looks
Yeah,
very nice.
yeah,
You can see that it's
absolutely.
not a very big machine. I was
It
expecting it to be a little
is
bit taller.
it is smaller than I expected, but yeah, it's still
Yep.
okay.
Um, I have brewed a few different drinks so far. Um,
Hmm.
it certainly makes the coffee taste better than what I was able to do in an AeroPress, but that's a pretty low bar to clear.
Okay.
But I think it tastes just as bit, and I'm not using like super fancy coffee beans or anything in it yet. I think they're just like some Dunkin' coffee that I had.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
That's the first thing I would suggest is start buying coffee that has a roasted on date and not a best by date.
got it. Got it. Okay. That's
or,
actually really good advice.
basically avoid the grocery store.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
I want to I'll get to that here in a minute too, because this experience has taken an unexpected turn for me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the bottom tray on the device is fully removable.
Okay, so you can
So
dump the
like
water out.
yeah,
Okay,
so you
in case there's
basically pull that
spills.
out. A little bit of ground sometimes get in there,
Okay.
but you take all that out, and like the metal part of the tray is held on by a magnet, so like you could take that out and dump out the water or whatever's in there. It's pretty easy to maintain.
Yeah. That was my biggest question. So obviously there's a process that takes the coffee, extracts it, and then dumps it somewhere,
Yep.
right? How efficient like is that does that get all of the grounds out because grounds can be sticky and go everywhere like does it get a good job of getting rid of
Yeah.
the spent coffee?
Yeah. So
Okay.
like if I were to open that little door up there right now, I think I brewed a couple shots of espresso today, and I bet you there's probably, a couple spent pucks in there. It does a pretty good job of like globbing them all together and shooting them in there. A few grounds like that, when I say the whole drip tray is removable, the drip tray is basically the length of the machine. So like you pull that out and it's almost like a serving tray. So it
Oh,
goes it
okay.
like you pull that out, and there's like the part that has the metal piece there, but like there's more that comes out with the drip tray. So when you take that out, like it actually says on there like some grounds here are normal, but there's very few times that grounds are actually there. So I think it does a really good job of getting the grounds out, um, and taking care of that. And they all end up in the place that they need to go.
Okay.
So
Good. Well, that's good because I think that would be a place where they could have cheaped out and it could have gotten real messy in there. So I'm
yeah.
glad
Now
that yeah.
now now look, I'm not gonna pretend like I take the waste tray over to the trash can, and I use a paper towel to sort of scoop it out of there. Because I'm not gonna put all those down the sink. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I tend to try to get them all in the trash, and then once I like sort of get as many out of there as I can, I will then go over to the sink, add a little bit of water, swish it around, and then dump that in the trash as well, and then clean it like the rest of the way. I mean, these coffee grounds are just really hard to get out of whatever shape they're in, because like once they're in there.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's super straightforward. The machine goes to sleep if you don't use it for a while. So like in the morning when I get up, all I have to do is walk out there, put a cup under the thing, wake the machine up, and then touch the machine that I want. Now let's talk about the customization of the machine, because everything I've said so far is just basically defining the mechanical properties of the machine. But let's talk about some of them of the customization.
Okay.
So first and foremost, the list of drinks that you can brew is customizable. So like in if you're on the website and you're looking at the picture, like the default layout is like you can make an espresso, americano, cappuccino, and then there's one that says Larry's latte or drip coffee or steam milk, right? In this particular scenario, they're basically showing you like, look, there's the standards, there's the stalwarts that you're going to get a standard espresso shot or a standard americano
Mm-hmm.
or standard cappuccino, but you can also customize and add different drinks to this list. So, for example, what you do is you go to the app and then you basically go to drink settings. And in the drink settings is basically the same list that you see on that screen. And what you can do is you can like I could go right now and I can click on like espresso on the app. And basically what it tells you is like what do you want the default behavior of this espresso to be? And like the
Okay.
description says just espresso. To alter the extraction, update your espresso profile. Now this is a special case, but I can basically say like how many shots do I want it to be at a time, right? Like 1, 2, or 3. If I want this to show up in the menu or not. And like for Americano, for example, um, I can go in there and I can say like how many shots do I want? How many ounces of water do I want to like a tenth of an ounce? And that type of
Hmm.
stuff, right? Under drip coffee, there's like how many grams of coffee do you want it to use? How much water do you want it to use? How hot do you want the water to be, right? Like that's all a thing.
Okay. Okay.
And then under
Does it go all the way up to boiling?
yeah,
Okay. Good. Okay.
yep. So basically there's also like further customization, and like I really haven't started to play with this yet, but there's this whole section of the app that says espresso profile. And what that lets you do is it could be like there's basically two profiles. And there's like TK starter and TK specialty are the ones that come out of the box, but you can also create a new one. And this is where you basically say if anybody uses one shot of espresso, how many grams of coffee do you want to use? How much water do you want to use? What brew temperature do you want? Right? How many like what grind size do you want? So like you can basically set like a global variable, for lack of a better definition, of like what is an espresso shot to you. And the machine measures all that out whenever you decide to make a drink.
Okay.
Yeah, and it seems to do very, very well. And then through the app, I can also like set up a schedule. I can look at the stats of the machine. It also has a thing as like you did this, you brewed this much and saved this money already. Look at you, go
Oh, look
you,
at you.
look at
Look
you,
at
buddy.
you.
I can also look at like the stats of the machine. So like every machine that's on my profile, I can see. Oh, where was that? There was a yeah machine status, and again this basically shows you like is the machine currently awake or not, um how much waste is in the waste bin, like a percentage, how much, what's the current state of the water tank, is the drip tray full or not, uh how much cleaning does it need, and it basically has an internal counter that basically says like, once you get to this many brews, we're going to tell you to descale. Once you get to this many brews, we're going to tell you to replace the filter. So like it's
Okay. Yeah.
tracking all of
Yeah.
those metrics. And it's doing a pretty good job so far. It's still with all machines like this, and I don't know if yours was this way, like if I had one complaint, it's like everything smells and tastes like plastic for a little bit.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So like, it tells you to like brew like do so many hot waters before you do anything. And like I did all that, and like, when the machine heats up, it still has that plasticky smell a little bit. The first cup that I brewed, I'm like, "Ugh, okay, it still has a little bit of that like," and I think it's coming from like the water tank. But it's gone. It had gone away by like my second one,
Okay,
but
good.
there's still a little bit there, I think. So that's the machine. Any questions so far?
Uh, so I mean, are you happy
I
with
am very
it?
happy with it.
Okay.
Um, Now it has exposed me in a couple of ways here.
Okay.
The first one is I don't have good espresso glasses.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All I have are coffee cups, and that's not unless I'm doing drip coffee out of this thing, which seems like that's excessive. And I wouldn't be getting the most out of the machine if that's all I did with this fucking thing. I need good espresso glasses.
Okay.
So I would love your recommendations on that.
I really don't have. Uh I really haven't bought
What?
anything. I have not bought anything that I'm
What?
super happy with espresso glass wise. Also, mostly because I do mostly do like lattes and like milk based drinks. So like
Ah,
I need a bigger glass for
okay.
that stuff. I have bought some things on Amazon, but mostly it's been around. Like I do have. Oh, what did I? Hold on, let me find. Go to my orders. Espresso. Uh, I did buy these. I will put a link in there. They were inexpensive and they are perfectly cromulent. Hold on. Link coming. As soon as I put it in there, they are $20 for four. They are just your very standard double wall glass espresso container. I do have those.
Yeah,
Uh,
so I actually ordered these.
okay, yeah,
Um,
okay.
yeah, so I thought I ordered this set. Turns out I didn't. I ordered ones that have handles, and it was only a set of two.
Okay.
But no, these are pretty good. I mean, I'm sure that would be fine. Glass espresso cup set of four. Friend of the show, Eric Darling, who also has a TKO2, recommended the La Crusette ones, which are a little more pricey, but I like the
Okay.
look of the clear ones myself.
Okay.
All right. So all good, all good, right? Like so
Mm-hmm.
far, so good. Very happy,
Mm-hmm.
very satisfied with my purchase. I'm already liking the fact that I can just walk out in the morning and not have to like spend 15 or 20 minutes, making coffee, right? Like I can just hit a
Mm-hmm.
button and it's really good. So let's talk about basically this company's versions of the thirsty quenchers.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so if you go to the Terra Cafe website, at the very
Mm-hmm.
top there is a shop link.
Okay.
Now, this is also accessible in the app, by the way.
Okay.
And there's basically a couple sections here worth looking at. The first is maintenance.
Okay.
Now, under maintenance, there's a couple things like my
Oh
machine
yes, the
came
scalers,
with like a with
cleaners.
with a with a
Mm-hmm.
with various cleaners and descaler solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Rocky's yelling at me. This is my life now. By the way, this is
I'm so sorry.
it's okay. He's very confused. So there's just gonna it was in the show's in the show. Anyway, so it came with one package of machine descaler and brew cleaner. Um, and my machine also came with a water filter, um, and all the different hoses and everything. And you can see there's also parts for the TK1 in here and everything. So I don't think I'm gonna have to do the descaler and the cleaner very often, but the fact that each one of these little packages is $15, I don't know if that's a good deal or a bad deal.
That seems a little high, but I don't know if there's like they have like a special like they don't want to like they know what to use and not to damage the machine and yeah, I mean if it was me I probably would just buy it from them just to be
That's kind of where I'm at, right? Like I want to
hmm
buy the stuff that they recommend to keep this thing like
hmm
really, really functioning well. Now, the other thing that they offer is they offer coffee.
okay yeah well Drew I just took care of that for you buddy check your email
Oh no. What did you do? What did
check
you
your
do to me?
check your email buddy check your email
LinkedIn Learning says I had a great year of learning. Is that what you did?
no no
Did you curse me with LinkedIn?
I did not curse you with LinkedIn.
Traded
Well,
coffee.
at some point you should be getting a 3-bag gift subscription. Well, basically, you get 3 bags of coffee from Trade. I love Trade. Trade will they'll give you a little coffee quiz, ask you what you like, and they'll ship you beans. You can tell
Okay.
them whether you like it or not.
Well, but
What's great?
first of all, thank you very much. That's
Yeah,
very, very nice of you.
yeah. What I like about
Get some
Trade is
good
they're all
beans for that fancy machine.
yep, yep.
But a
Trade
year or
works
two
with
nice to me.
U.S. roasters, and it's all specialty stuff. So it's going to be coming from roasters in America. I love the place. It's great. I highly recommend Trade Coffee if you're looking to figure out what kind of coffee you want. So there you go. Get
All right.
the first 3 bags on me, Drew.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you. So let's do this together on the air in the 5 minutes we have left. So I'm going to go ahead and redeem this. How do you take your coffee? Please select all that apply. I like regular. I like espresso. I don't normally like with milk or sugar.
Okay, there you go.
So regular espresso. Continue. Which roast do you typically buy? So we have light, medium, dark, and dark. I like medium and medium light. Oh, I can only choose one. I'll do medium. How adventurous?
Just know that generally speaking, when you start talking specialty, what we consider
Who's
dark
we in this sentence, by the way?
Coffee snobs.
Okay.
Generally our roasts, we prefer lighter roasts, so we would consider even what you would consider a medium roast to be dark. So just
All right,
don't be surprised if things are a little different than what you expect. But
okay, I'll do
Yep.
medium light then. Okay.
Yeah.
And how adventurous with your flavor are you? Classic and traditional, hint of something different, surprising and unconventional. So I like coffee that tastes like coffee. Classic coffee with taste of hints of fruit. Or take me on an adventure. Ugh.
That's what I drink, Drew. I drink if you my quiz, I'm light and send me the weird shit because that's what I like.
And how has that worked out for you? Before I make this choice.
I love it. I love it. Now it is not for I like sweetness. I like some acidity. If you're talking about tasting notes, I would go for things with citrus or stone fruits like peach, maybe even a cherry kind of flavor. That's typically from a light roast washed bean. If you go into the natural process, you may see tasting notes of things like sour apple or sour fruit, and that's going to give you a little bit more of a funky flavor to it. Those are also good, but yeah. But I mean, that's the beautiful thing about trade, Drew, is you can pick something that's a little bit more in your wheelhouse and see what they send you and just kind of go from there, right? If you don't like a bag of coffee, you can mail them and say this is gross, and they'll probably send you another one for free because they're good like that. But yeah, it's yeah. So I would just do what you feel comfortable with, Drew. If you like traditional coffee flavors, I would say, I would want to push you towards lighter roasts myself.
Okay.
So maybe if I was gonna say maybe do traditional coffee flavor, but you said the medium light roast, go down a level more because there's a lot of good flavor. There's good good coffee does not have to taste like what people think coffee tastes like. It does not have to be bitter. It does not have to be that harshness. So I would just say maybe go a little lighter. You don't have to be super experimental, especially at first, but just see where it takes you. There's lots of really good roasters in this wonderful country of ours, and Trade will try to find what works for you.
Based on your previous answers, coffees from our medium roast espresso blends will be perfect for you. We'll send you a new bag every 2 weeks until you've used your whole gift. You can customize your coffee and delivery preferences at any time. Enter the gift card code sent to your email at checkout. Okay, so it doesn't tell me which ones it is. So I'll just click continue. And I'm going to go into my email that you were so generous, and I'm going to take this gift code here. I'm going to play discount, or that's actually a pretty reasonable price for that, by the way.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
no, it's not. It's not. As this is what I still. And the beautiful thing is like I do the subscription still. I pre-purchase. I let trade send me different things. I rate them. I've been really happy so far. I found some really great winners that I personally like. But also, if you like need like a bag ad hoc or you want to do something else, they give you a discount on everything else in the store if you're a subscriber.
Interesting.
10% off, 10% off all your other purchases. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Let me just pop this bad boy in here real quick.
And like one thing I may like. Okay, all right. I'm gonna get a little nerdy here for you, Drew. Okay?
I'm ready.
The coffee you're going to get is going to be fresher than what you've expected.
Interesting.
Okay? So like you will probably get it like 3 days after it's been roasted. They will roast it, they will bag it, they will ship it, and you'll get it like right after that. It will not sit anywhere. It comes like right from the roasting.
Okay.
Fresh beans after roasting are still putting off CO2 gas.
Okay.
Okay. For you primarily drinking espresso, that gas can cause a problem. It can cause channeling. It can cause uneven extraction. So if it was filter coffee, I would say just open that bad boy, go after it. But for you an espresso, I would make sure the coffee's at least a week old. So like 7 days after the roasting before you start using it.
Okay, so basically get it.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to open the bag or just leave it in the bag?
The bag will have like a little vent so to let like the CO2 escape, but not other things get in. So the bag won't explode. That's what that little vent's for on a fresh bag of coffee, so that the CO2 escape. So I would let it sit. So look at the date. It'll have a roasted date on it, and make sure you don't use it for like at least a week after that roasting date.
For a week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So like probably like 4 days after you get it, just let it sit in your kitchen, and then roast with it. You'll have a much better experience.
Well, buddy, that was super generous of you, man. You didn't have to do that.
But I did. I like, is this like, hey, and plus I really, really like Trade Coffee. I cannot stress enough how much I love this company. I've bought many, many bags of coffee from them. I buy my espresso for them. I found a roaster that I really like that I buy directly from Trade, Alma. They're great. And if you go through and after you have your coffee, you can go through and rate it on there, and it'll basically say like, what did you like, what did you not like about it? And they'll start, I don't know whether it's a robot or a person, but they actually like seem to learn from that and send you things. And then like if you want to do something weird, you can always buy like a one-off, something like really funky and fruity or something. But yeah, just get some good coffee. I mean, you have a really good machine now.
Yeah, I mean that is where this was going.
Yeah, if you have good water, a decent brewing method, and good beans, you're gonna have amazing coffee.
I mean, I'm just using tap water right now. I mean, I have filtered water from my fridge, but this thing has a water filter in it.
Is it soft? Like,
yeah.
You're fine. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You're fine. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm super pumped to get this now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to create a password.
Mm-hmm. It is like comical, like how like it roasts and like it ships the same day or the next day. It's they have a pretty good, whatever they're doing a pretty good job.
Okay. So now I'm on. Okay, so here's the one it shows for me.
Okay, send me a link.
So the first one I'm going to be getting. Okay, how do I like?
Oh, just tell me what it is. I'll search for it.
There has to be a way. Okay, there. Okay. I figured it out. This is okay. Okay, website. Oh, everything's JavaScript.
Yep.
Okay, so the first one that it sent me, interestingly enough, where is my Google Doc? Where did it go?
I always lose it too.
So the first one that it chose for me is this Leftist Espresso.
Ooh.
A rich and creamy body stands up incredibly well to milk, complemented by tons of rich sweetness and subtle hits of fruit.
Ooh, I think that's gonna be a good coffee for no. For my espresso, I also like kind of like a medium roast for my espresso. Okay,
Okay.
because
So
light espressos can be good, but it's fine. So I think this, for what you drink, I think this is a perfect start.
okay.
Syrupy and smooth. That sounds great.
Tasting
Mm-hmm.
notes: milk chocolate, ripe
Chocolate.
fruit, and nut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
the second one, after I
Mm-hmm.
finish that bag, the next one I'm getting is this.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't like it, you can change it. You can like
Oh, I mean,
say, yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
You know, I'm
Oh shit. Oh shit.
okay.
That second one, the Mind Tonic,
Yep.
that's what I drink for my espresso. That's what I use for my espresso machine.
Oh,
Right
Kismet.
there. That's what I use.
Oh, and it's good.
Oh, it's great. I've recommended this to other people as well. They're like, "Hey, what bean should I get for my espresso machine?" And I'm like, This." So yeah, this is what I
Okay.
use right here, the Mind Tonic espresso. Yep.
Okay, so it has the
Hmm.
same tasting notes. Now I'm assuming the higher it is on the tasting notes, the
The
more
more
outstanding.
prevalent it
Okay,
is.
so
Yeah.
this one's basically almost a reverse of the previous one, where this
Hmm.
one is looks like it's gonna be more of a fruity taste.
Hmm.
Okay, and then the last one that it chose for me was this. Where's the doc? These will all be show notes, by the way. Southpaw Espresso.
I've heard of Southpaw, but I haven't. Yeah. Oh, this is a little lighter. Ooh, some sweet vanilla and brown sugar. Oh, that sounds delightful.
Wow, ripe fruit,
Hmm.
sweet vanilla, and brown sugar. Huh.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So there you go.
I
There you
think it's
go.
hilarious that it chose what like you drink.
The Mind Tonic. Yeah, I tried a few because I primarily use trade for, like, my subscription is all filter coffee, right, which is different. But I was trying some different things for the espresso machine, and I was like, you know what, I want to go a little more roasty because that's a more like traditional. Like, I don't want it super dark like Starbucks, but more roasty flavors is what people traditionally associate, especially with espresso. And then I tried that Mind Tonic, and I was like, I'm done. I found it. This is my espresso bean. So, yeah, I
Wow.
really like that stuff. So, yeah.
So let's see here. When will I get all this? I wonder. Customer
Uh,
account
yeah, it'll
confirmation.
tell you when the next roasting date is, usually on your, like, this will roast on this date, and then it would usually ship like that day or the next day. So,
So let's see here. Arrives by 3:22. So I got a little time. I'm gonna have to do something in the
okay.
meantime. I'm gonna have to go find something. Well, buddy, thank you.
Hey, my pleasure. I
You're
want
so
to get some good
generous. Do
beans.
you want me to buy you a stove? Is that what you want me to do? Okay.
No. I just like, I mean, this is what I do for my coffee beans. And if you want to start, like, that's going to be the biggest difference, right? You got a good coffee machine. It's time to start thinking about some better coffee. And you
You're
could
right.
buy this stuff and decide this isn't for me. I want to buy the Dunkin' Donuts or the Starbucks coffee
No,
because that's
no.
what I'm used to, and that's fine.
That's
Just
all I
like,
had. And I
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I mean that's
Just
that
hey,
I mean, I'm
hey,
glad you did this because this is the conversation I really wanted to have.
yeah,
Like the machine is the
yeah.
machine.
Hey,
And people who are
everybody,
interested in buying it are gonna listen to that and be like, oh, it's a cool machine. But like,
a lot of people think coffee is shelf stable. It is not. It goes bad
okay.
after like a couple weeks of roasting. It loses like so much of its flavor, and the coffee that you buy in the grocery store has probably been sitting in the warehouse for months. So yeah, like, again, buy coffee that has a roasted on date, not a best by date.
Okay. Well, if anybody learned anything from this
Mhm.
podcast, it should be that.
Yeah,
Well, buddy, this has been
Mhm.
a very, very eventful podcast.
it has
And I'm going to give you a little bit of teaser. I think the next podcast episode is going to be a little special.
been. Okay, I can't wait.
I hope. If everything works out, it'll be good.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that then.
All right, get us out of here.
Hey, everybody, we're online, doingtheirbest.com. You can find email, show notes, all the links we talked about. You can find there if your podcast player doesn't show them, social links, all that good stuff. And hey, thanks for listening.